Hello, this is Jillian, and today I'm doing an SMR story time about rainy days. I've had a few people request something like this, including my manager, and I thought I'd give it a go. This drawing is inspired by something that my 4-year-old self told either my kindergarten teacher or my mother to write down for me. Clouds apparently whisper to ducks on rainy days. One time, I wore a white t-shirt to an amusement park, stupidly. Not only did I go on water rides, but it was also a downpour towards the middle of the day. And of course, my bra shone through like a beacon in the night. I was quite embarrassed, particularly since I had taken my crush with me to the park. I wanted to die so bad that day. During one of my mother's stays at the hospital, I drove my brother back to home one night. It was fairly late, about midnight, and it started to rain really hard. My brother didn't handle being driven by me much anyway. He thinks I drive a bit fast, although I've yet to have a speeding ticket. He also doesn't particularly like driving at night anyway. I think he might be a bit night blind between you and I. Anyhow, he kept pumping on an invincible brake, and truth be told, we probably ought to have pulled over at one point or another, but it never got so hard that I felt super duper nervous, and we were really close to home at that point. During one of my mother's hospital stays, my brother and I visited. This time he drove. He had to park in parking lot D, which was a rather long distance from the hospital entrance. The morning had been sunny, so we hadn't taken an umbrella with us. By the time we left, which was in the late afternoon, it had started to downpour. Had I been thinking about it, I would have sent him onto the car to pick me back up. But I hadn't, and neither had he. We made a mad dash towards the car, which was, again, a rather far distance. I was wearing flip-flops. The flip-flops didn't make it. And of course, by the time we actually made it to the car, me in particular, it had stopped raining, so we could have waited another 5-10 minutes and not gotten drowned. I literally felt like I didn't need a shower that day with how wet I had become. I don't think I ever got that wet from a rain shower before that, nor after. Luckily, at least it was a warm rain, but unfortunately for me, the break in my flip-flop had caused me to trip and fall. I'm clumsy anyway, but falling on concrete never feels good, and having a bloody knee for the rest of the summer wasn't particularly pleasant either. When I was younger, I insisted on doing an outdoor birthday party almost every year, and almost every year, the clouds, Mother Nature, and God conspired against me, and I almost always got rained out, and we usually had to celebrate in the basement or in a makeshift tent. While it was still fun, it was not necessarily the outdoor activities I had planned. on rainy days, I like to take a nap, cuddle up with a warm blanket and my cat, read a book or draw, maybe play a video game. But my absolute favorite thing to do during a rainy day is to make a hot drink. My favorite is either mint tea with some honey or some kind of fancy coffee, usually caramel or chocolate with whipped cream and a little bit of whatever drizzled on top. It's absolutely divine, and I feel slightly guilty drinking it, even though it doesn't have a lot of calories. I think I'll go make myself a pumpkin spice, even though it's a bit early in the year for it. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. If so, leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what some of your favorite rainy day activities are. And I really do hope you enjoyed this. Bye-bye for now.